Welcome back, guys. I'm Mellowseven, and this is Football Manager 2018. We are with HB Køge in Denmark in the Nordic Bet Superliga, potentially Superliga. Yes, I think that's right. All right, I've been getting deluged with interview requests, and I've been looking through all of these leagues and trying to keep track of who's what. It's maybe a little bit too hard for my small brain here. So. We're down to the last game of the season, which means probably our last game here with Køge. There's potentially some sort of European match that's going to take place the next month because we are here till June 30th. That's when our contract runs out. But I don't have anything on the schedule at the moment. So let's take a look, see how things have gone for us. And you can see we haven't done too bad. You guys were here for the 1-0 match. We followed that up with, well, what we expected the Kubenhoven match to have been like the first time. You can see 24 shots versus 9. They had more shots on target than we had shots. 6 clear-cut chances to 0, 5 half chances. We got absolutely crushed. This is what we expected last time. We got it this time. We followed that up, though, with a close match against Silkeborg. Nothing too exciting, but not terrible. We did weather the storm a little bit. You can see, right, there's a lot of red down there. Luckily, a lot of these were way off target. 21 shots, but only 9 on target. We had 13, but we also had 9 on target. And in this case, we created slightly better chances than they did. 4 clear-cut versus 3. So that was nice, although they did control possession, which was a little bit... This one felt like a game we probably should have lost 2-1 rather than a game we should have won 2-1, but we'll take it. That was important because remember, we've been going back and forth with Silkeborg this entire time. That really was our primary opponent. Now, as it turns out, AAB came up and made the final big push, but realistically, we needed to beat Silkeborg if we wanted to continue on. So AGF, who has just been absolutely spectacular here at the end of the season with nothing to play for, this game was amazing. We went into it, they said we didn't have a chance. They said we faced the impossible. AGF had nothing to play for. Mathematically, they were going to finish in 6th place in the championship group, the very bottom, no matter what they did. And even though we had something to play for, European spots, somehow we were facing the impossible. I didn't believe it for a second. We went in ready to play some attacking football, and that's what we did. And you can see it looks pretty good. 6 clear-cut chances to 1, 6 half chances to 2. We had a slight lead in possession, and 24 shots versus 16. They only put three shots on goal all game, and we put 11 on target. Unfortunately, we were down 2-0 at halftime. This doesn't look like a game where we should be losing 2-0. So we yelled at the team. We told them, we want better. You can do better. And we went back out. Let's go ahead. Let's take a look at, say, the key highlights for this match. And you'll see why I was a little bit frustrated more with the game than with my team from being down 2-0 at half. Because this doesn't look like short of this first goal, this is not a game that we thought we would be down for. So, here we are putting some pressure on them. They managed to clear it away. Ketchup runs down the sideline there. Feeds it across the middle. Nielsen, but we drop the goal. We drop it. What happens? Oh, no, there was a push. Sorensen, we put Sorensen as a defender, by the way. We'll talk about that in a minute. Came back to bite me a little bit of a push on there. Vitt manages to place that one perfectly. Great goal on his part. Spectacular finish. Well-deserved goal, but we're down 1 minute and 39 seconds into the game. We put Sorensen back just like we did last season to run him as a defensive center. I just wasn't happy with any of the other options, so it's him and Hendrickson. We feed this one across to Hugard, who takes a spectacular chance and does nothing with it. Again, this was a goal we would have made earlier in the season. Du kicks this one long up to Hugard. He's unable to control it, but Miklic gets it, feeds it all the way out to Lidstrom. Lidstrom charges in the middle, takes the shot. Again, wide. Not a bad shot. It just, no finishing. Jovanovic, 14 minutes in so far, feeds this one back out. Again, Miklic is on it. He sees his man, feeds it out to Bond. Bond has a good cross in here, but it comes in too tight to the goalkeeper, and Miklic isn't able to do anything with it, and it comes back out. All the way up on the left here. Hosner just feeds it back. And it's Jovanovic's turn to feed one forward. Dribbles way out, kicks it up to his left. Bus manages to get ahead on it. Bond feeds it up to Kiergaard. Nilsson holds up with it. This is what we should be doing. Look how many people they had there. Oh, Sorensen. I don't know if that was Sorensen or Hendrickson, but they took their man down again. It doesn't matter. Ketchup finds the back of the net. And they're down 2-0, 16 minutes into this. And yet, you know, other than the 2 goals that are scored, all the highlights are for us. We just can't quite find it. So we put Sorensen in back. We're playing our attacking forward. So we're playing our 4-4-1-1. And that means we needed to fill his spot, especially with Volgemuth out. Volgemuth's been injured this entire time, remember. He has a broken ankle. So we've been running Lidstrom and Larson on the line. No, we've been running, Lidstrom and Larson. And then we put in Peer for the attacking mid-center. There we go, Sorensen. Oh, he had a shot, but he puts the header off the post. And it comes back out 17 minutes in. We played so hard. We had this nice big push there. Like I say, it just didn't feel like a game we should be losing 2-0. It just felt like luck at this point. And we've been a bit snake bit there as Pierre goes in. And another good shot. Jovanovic has great positioning, though. He manages to push that one aside from the corners. One of the interesting things is that they did get twice as many corners as we did in this game, like 10-5 or 12-6 or something along those lines, I think. So their goalkeeper did a better job of hanging on to those chances, whereas we tended to just push stuff wide and give them a corner. So second half here, Bond feeds one in. Hugard is there, but he feeds it back to Beck unselfishly, and Beck slams that thing away. That should, I think, be the 18th assist for Hugard in the league. He's tied for the league record at 18. Remember, he set the previous last season in the lower league, he set their record, I think, with 19 assists or 20 assists, something like that. So this season, he's got 18 league assists, and that, I believe, is his 19th team assist, which sets the record for the team, which was set at 18 by Bond last season. So Hugard has come in and just continued where he left off. So if Beck manages to get an assist in our league match today, he will set a new league record of 19 and a new team record of 20. Feed this one up to Miklic. He comes charging in here. He puts that one away. Beautiful finish. Puts that one over the goalkeeper and gets it in. He was a little bit tired here. I decided to get some fresh legs in the game late, and that should take us up here to into stoppage time. Feed this one across to Bus. Up to Hugard. Hugard feeds it across for Rasmussen. Oh, so close. We just can't get Rasmussen a goal. I've tried so hard to get him a goal. He should be so good. And at least that time we actually fed the ball to him rather than just pass it back and forth between Bond and Hugard. Lassen manages to get this one. He feeds it back out. Hagel keeps it in, though. We got Hagel back in. Hagel's been very good for us. And there we go. Rasmussen has a goal. Hagel plays a great part in it, which is great because he started out the previous season as one of my big hopes for us out there on the defensive left. They've got one more chance here. They try to get it in. Sorensen gets a header out, and they're unable to do anything with it. And that is game for us, essentially. So spectacular come from behind win. We got an achievement. Comeback king, I think, is what it was called, for coming back 2-0 at halftime. Our roster at the moment looks like this. This is what we've been playing. Hendrickson and Sorensen in back, Lidstrom and Larson up here. We'll probably have those backwards. That might be part of our problem. And I don't even want Larson as that. We're going to move him up as a central midfielder. And we'll leave Larson as an attacking playmaker, or advanced playmaker, excuse me, and we'll leave him up there. So this is what we're going to run with as we've been playing with people back and forth. Now, Vogelmuth is better. He's at 90%. He may not last an entire game, but I think we put him in for Christensen. And, do we go all the way back up? I think we just go with our old, more or less old starters. I think we go, I think we switch this. We put Lidstrom back up front. We put Vogelmuth back here. We put him there. We run like this. I think this is what we go with. We've got our connection back up here. We've got our connection here. We've got our connections here. We don't have the one back here running Sorensen and back because apparently all last season is forgotten. They've completely forgotten how to play together since last season, where this was our primary pairing. But that's okay. We're going to go with it. So today we have Midtjylland, who finished second. Nothing is riding on this game. There is no pressure. This is not a big game. It's just the final game of the season. Nobody has anything to play for. Even if we lose, we've got a 4-point lead over Aalborg and the goal differential. I mean, I guess it's possible if we lose and they win, that could shrink really quickly. But I think for the moment, we're okay. I think the important thing to look at here is this is the difference between us and Middleton and Kopenhagen. 35 goal differential and, 24 points to Kopenhagen and, a good 13 points to Midtjylland. So we are a clear step back from the top two. Could we compete next season for third? Over and over and over again, yes. Yes, we could. Could we compete for second or first? Barring some horrible injury problem with one of them, probably not. Our team did just go through a takeover. We do have some debt. You can see if we go here to debt and loans, we have about $230,000 remaining in our debt. As far as the finances go overall, we're sitting at a negative 310. That despite winning about $205 million or so in money for our finishes in the first and second half of the preliminary phase, as well as $625,000, I think, from the previous board. Since then, like I say, we have been taken over, and if we take a look, we will see that with the new board, we came in here. They will not provide any investment at this stage, despite the fact that this entire takeover bid was based on saving the team from this debt, right? That was the entire point, was we're going to come out and we're going to rescue the team from its debt. And yet, no investment. Next, they started severing our club team partnerships. Then they said, hey, we really want you to come back. We're going to give you the exact same payroll and no transfer budget. Figure it out with kids. By the way, we still want you to play attacking fun soccer. So we were already fairly well certain that we weren't going to come back. But Europe still held the potential. But this board takeover has kind of finished it for me. So I think for sure we're going on. I think that's it. Anything else to talk about? I think we play a match. I think that's what we got. Let's see Midtjylland. Submit team. Vogelmuth a little bit struggling. That's okay. That's okay if we have to. We've got Pier. We can always move Lidstrom back. So we're going to run with what got us here, right? You leave with the lady you brought to the dance. So, hand over to assistant. They don't care because they never do. All right, red versus blue. Look at the fans who've shown up for us. We've got all the new seating, right? Here's all seating here, and then up here, I believe, is all standing room. Thank you, Køge, for a spectacular 2 years. We've enjoyed our stay in Denmark. I had a great time here in Denmark, to be honest. Look at that. Look at all the fans. Having said that, Schmidt decides to put a goal in to ruin our love letter to Køge. A little bit disappointing. Schmidt heads that one in. We had guys on the near post. That is a fault of due right there. The goalkeeper screwed that up. Should have been a little bit better there. And they come out. But again, we know what we expect playing this team, and probably coming out and playing just flat out attacking is probably not the right thing. But we're at home, and we want to let the fans know that this is what we've enjoyed playing for them. They've let us know that this is what they've enjoyed seeing. That one goes, oh my gosh, that's purple. We must not have played. Have we played them before? Because I don't remember. I mean, we've played them before, but have we shown we're down 2-0 18 minutes in? I think we go ahead and throw out a demand more right now, because this is clearly not going the way we wanted to. I think I would remember a guy dressed in purple like that. That's purple. Schmidt just runs right through our defense. Puts that one away. Dude doesn't know what's going on. Head in his hands. Christian, too, is already looking complacent. Schmidt having an excellent game. I'm not sure how Hamid is having a good game. He hasn't done anything. I guess that one pass was enough to put him up to a 7-1. Goalkeeper ratings are so broken. Oh my God, Sorensen missed a sitter. Oh, we should have had that one. I mean, goalkeepers in general are broken, but their ratings are absolutely atrocious. He hasn't done anything goalkeeper related, and yet somehow he's got a 7.1. Miklic up to Bond. Let's see if we can get something going here. Get a little bit of action. Miklic again. Oh, I thought we were going to get to Hugard. Can we still find him? There we go. Oh, one more attempt. No. Oh, he can't get the first shot or the rebound in. To be fair, he's there for his assists, not for his goals. But he has scored some goals for us this season as well. We'll look at that as soon as we come up. Bond decides to save that for Jensen. I hate it when they do that. If you can't control it, why do you pause it there and then run out of bounds for them to run onto? It makes no... I don't know what happened. That was weird. Anyway, it really bothers me when they do that. That's another game match thing that they should fix. Larson feeds that one up. We've got Hugard. He's got a chance for the assist record here. He feeds it up to Miklic, who puts it away. And yes, Hugard is the leading assist leader for Nordic Bet Superliga League. There we go. As well as increasing his mark as team assists to 20 for HB Køge. There we go. If nothing else, we got a record for Hugard. And that seems like it's worth it even if we lose. We have come back in this one. Shots are equal. Team is playing hard. Our demand better has done something. After the turnaround, come from behind victory, they did credit me with my halftime speech being what did it, which was nice. Schmidt's going to run right past us and score another goal here. Oh my God, he put it high. I think maybe we should just tackle Schmidt hard, just injure him and put him out. But we're not going to play that. We've played, I think, fairly attractive, good-looking soccer here so far, and we let him through again. Just nobody can stop Schmidt. You can only hope to contain him. I don't know. We'll throw in some others here later. But we go into, looks like this first half down 2-1. But, you know, like I said, we've come back into this one. 5 shots on target. We've had a clear-cut chance. We've had 3 half chances. One-on-one, we're not a huge step behind. We're just a consistent step behind. And mostly, I think it has to do with mentals. And we will take a look at the hidden tactics. I kind of glanced through our scouting reports to see how many players it said hated a big game. It's quite a few of them. In talk. And that's the problem with us. More so than the technicals, I would say, at this point. Like I say, I think technicals, one-on-one, any game, you know, of the day. Bus. Oh, Bus. Come on, buddy. Larson manages to corral that one out to Bond. He's on the right side. Show us what got... Oh, there we go. They don't want to see it. I'm going to say, have Bond show us what got us here with his assist records last season. Lidstrom feeds that one up to Hendrickson, who puts a head on it. Hamid is there in the bright purple, though. An easy header to control. Just kind of fell into his lap there. Takes his time, puts that one long. Hugard's got it again. He controls it, feeds it back to Sorensen. I kind of wish we would have played Sorensen back there all season. Bus has that one. He comes charging up. He gets it across. And yes, we park the bus in front of Hamid. And we get a goal. We're back in this one 2-all. I will miss Bus. I will. I'm probably not going to bring him to another club because of that. Hates big matches. But I do like him. I love seeing him come charging through the middle. He's so aggressive. He's a little guy, but he plays so hard. You see his little blonde head running through there. And he's been so much fun for me this season. I hope you guys have enjoyed Bus as well. Let me know in the comments if you have a favorite player from Køge so far. I'd love to know who you are. I've gone back and forth. I've liked Hendrickson for his quiet dependability. I've loved Bus for his spark plug. I've loved Larson for the big shots from the edge of the box. Hugard has just been nothing but spectacular for us since we brought him in. Absolutely no come. Koch has this one. He's got Janssen and Schmidt charging in. Nothing Frederick Duke could do there. You know, I've had a lot of favorite players. You know, probably half the team I've said is my favorite player this save so far. But this has been a great roster for us, up and down. Really, really enjoyed this one. Sorensen has been, it doesn't matter where we play Sorensen, he's played well. He's a little bit aggressive. He's made a few mistakes. But I think we can all agree that he's played well for us. He's actually, I think, had more scoring chances on the defense than he has as our defensive midfielder. Because of the way we have our kind of our special team set pieces set up, I tend to put defensive centers with good heading on deep in the box there. Schmidt comes charging forward. Does he get another one? Yeah, he just kind of has to place that one. Everybody came charging up, though. Left him the whole box, and we're back down 4-2. Do we do another demand more? I think we can skip that one. Christian Tui still looking complacent. Hamid feeds that one forward. Beck puts it up. Oh, Miklic doesn't fight hard enough for that one. Just gives it up. Dew comes out. He tries to play it because nobody else is going to play Schmidt. Schmidt is having a game of the season here. 50th league goal for them so far this season. We may not have a goal differential lead by the end of this match. We may not. We're down from 8-5 so far. Oh my God. This is what happens when you have a striker that has finishing. 3 clear-cut chances, 5 half chances. They have had 6 long shots of their 13, so they're willing to shoot from wherever. We've had more shots on target, but again, we don't have good finishing. I think that's the number. That and big game pressure. Those are our two Achilles heels. And we know we don't have a spectacular defensive back. You can see here Hendrickson and Sorensen are playing horribly. 6 for Beck, but this is less an indication of their play and more an indication of a 9.8 from Ole Schmidt. I think that's fair to say. Dew comes out, snatches that one out. Let's go ahead and do a sub. Let's bring some people in. Let's put Rasmussen in. We'll see what he can do. I'd like to see a little more Hagel back there defensive left. I'd like to see some more Kramer in. We're going to send Hugard off. He's played spectacular, but we're going to get Kramer in. He's one of the reasons we're here in the first place. We haven't seen him and Hagel much this season, but they're such a big part of our game last season. For good or for ill. But they're a big part of our team DNA. Again, that poor, what we see are problems in the big games there. With Hagel being told by our personal assistant, and Schmidt is just there. Being uncomfortable with the pressure of a starting role. Not quite the same as the big match, but although we didn't really, I don't really see that, I don't think, in the numbers. But clearly we saw it in a result. There we go, nice little tackle there to end that. And again, we're back up on shots, 16-14. We've come on since our demand more. We've done well, we've cleared that one out, hopefully. Hansen has another chance at it, though. Kanade puts that one over the net. Don't give it to Schmidt. Come on. Have pity. Have pity. Nope. There we go. We had 2 guys on him. Good positioning. We did what we needed to do. Even Copper's upset about it. She cries and walks out of the room. She's had enough. Look, we're well placed. We got good positioning. We're where we need to be. It comes in. We've got 3 people collapsing down on him. 2 people get there. He steps aside, though, and puts that one aside. First touch. Class, all the way. All the way. That's a 10. I have never had a 10 on my starting team. I had 9.8. I've never had a 10 against me. I do not want a 10 against me again. Hagel, look at that. Comes up, plays big, and then kicks the ball off the guy right in front of him. However, it will be a goal kick, so maybe we'll give him the benefit of the doubt. He was doing it. We're a little bit disappointed with a 6-2 finish, but you can see right here, this does not look like a 6-2 goal, right? 16 shots each. We had more shots on target. They had a yellow card. Possession was equal. Clear-cut chances clearly in their favor. But I don't believe this looks like a 6-2 effort. We just couldn't overcome Ole Schmidt. But Lars Hugard, another spectacular game from him. Dressing room, it was disappointing. We'll let the assistant give that. Hugard's just demotivated. I think, however, we can tell Hugard, select players, Hugard, that he was spectacular. That at least brought him down. So that's fine. We'll leave match here. And if that's our last match, I think we can leave with our heads held high despite that record. I think this is the ultimate. Despite the results, I think we can be pleased with the effort. And I think we see that over our season. We're not quite ready to contend with the Midlands and the Kubenhavens of the world, who also won 3 over Silkeborg. But I think we can be proud of what we did in our 2 years here. So press match. Responded well to your consistency and giving opportunities for youngsters. I think it is. I think we've tried to get some young players in. Although we haven't promoted spectacularly well from within, but there are some young players there that would figure in if we were going to do it. My little USA badge there. I won't comment because I'm not going to be here. Many changes recently. There haven't really been many. But I'm going to give myself a way out. Because now when I'm applying for jobs, I can say it's the ownership change that is why I left. Let's see, your team suffered heavily. We weren't as bad as the scoreline, but I'd rather not dwell on the final score. Who are we going to put in for Sorensen? We know that. And we get 1.1 million for our 3rd place in the Super League. So that means we've won, I think, 3.3 million all told over the season in award money, which leaves us, whoops, that's the wrong thing, which leaves us where? It leaves us right here. We have left the team with a positive balance, 861,000. Now, granted, we've still got a month that we have to pay loans and stuff, or, bills before we start making money again. But I think we can be happy with that. We have been fairly, despite this, this started, we've spent money, but I think we spent money responsibly. It got us a promotion, and it got us up to a respectable lead at the top. So I think we did our bit. Let's go ahead and hit continue here and see what they have to say about our season. I don't care about transfer talk. He admits interest. That's nice. No comment. I just said no comment. That generally means no comment. And let's continue on here and see. We'll click through and see what we get. I'm cagey with the media. I don't think cagey is the right term for that. I think, though, they need to come up with somebody who understands English a little bit better. Because clearly the Brits don't speak it. Because their use of words sometimes is a bit over the top. We can do interviews now. 2.5 stars, 2.5 stars, 2.5 stars. League 2. Do we want to go to France? I have yet to coach in France. Competition, senior squad. Eighth place, so they're kind of a mid-table team at the moment, and they've been pretty consistently 10th to 8th, so they are a solid mid-table team in League 2. That's not a bad start. What are their finances like? View club information. It's not easy to. Finances are okay. All right, that's not terrible. We can't really see their senior squad. Oh, we got. Why do I have world reputation on? I have no idea. I have no idea what I was looking at last time I was on this screen. It saves these regardless of your league or whatever. So last time I was apparently looked at somebody else's league. I don't know which save it was. I don't have any idea what I was looking at. Let's come here. Let's look at this. Let's look at value. I think that's one. Okay. Not bad. Not bad. I'm not a young team, but not an old team. We got a 31, a couple 31s, but that doesn't necessarily mean anything. That one's a goalkeeper. That doesn't hurt us at all to be 31. And he is not a starter. So that's not bad. What are they running right now? 4.42. Okay. And they've got some talent there. 700,000 on the bench. 450,000. 1.1 million. Why is he on the bench? 1.6 million. 925. They've got some talent there. That's not bad. I think we do an interview, guys. Why not, right? We're here. Let's do an interview. All right. Please do give me a chance. Not speaking the language. Adept at learning languages. We've got quite a few now. Reservations. The fact that I've worked in other countries should make up for it. The work I've done in other countries should make up for it. Ready to take the next step in my career. I've done a good job, and I feel the time is right. I don't know why they asked the question twice. They're just like the reporters. You've embroiled in media controversies for your inability to command the sword of your players. We had what? Half a season of that at one point? And that's it? And we've had, clearly I've done okay with that, right? It's been the exception rather than the rule. I could take charge immediately now. We're done with our season. I'm more than happy to work with him. I don't need to make any changes initially. They want to play direct soccer. Oh, wait, well, we're going to say we want to sign. Let's say I like signing young players anyway, so I'm fine with that. I think we go with just that. I'm not sure I really want to play direct soccer this time. No further philosophies. I think that's okay. Payroll of 107. That's what, 50,000 more than we have right now? That's not bad. So essentially doubling our payroll. I've got nothing. I'm fine. Look at that. They had palm trees in the background. Considering our options right now. That's what we'll say. All right, let's get through. We're trying to get to the bit about the end of season stuff. That's what we really want. Copper sees something she's excited about. Payroll of 60,000 and a transfer budget. So they are giving us a transfer budget of some sort. So that's not terrible. It's not great. But it is a transfer budget. We only had what? 60,000 last? Was it 60 or 6 last time? Is it going to show it to us now? No. We have to go back. It was very, very small. Essentially nothing. And we used, I think, the leftover money we had from the previous season on Hugard. Payroll. But okay. A little bit of a boost for whoever comes in next. Olsen. I don't know how that team, to be honest, makes more money. We made $3 million. Maybe through Europe. Maybe they have to do well in Europe to start making money to pad the bank, because despite that, we didn't leave them. There's money in the bank. They're not, but remember, they have 250,000 in debt too, which they should just pay off outright as far as I'm concerned. But my general manager is still signing people. Oh, that reminds me, I found a new screen. Let's see what this is before I go. I did offer Sorensen a new contract. I did make sure he was one of those people who's up, that I made sure that he was taken care of, because again, he's my favorite player to save. Just roll with it. I found a new screen. I think you can come to, I don't know, maybe I already had this one. You can go transfer. Is it here? Suggest transfer targets. Oh, so we can have him find people for us. So we can say, I'm looking for a transfer, a loan of end of contract, right? So let's look for, let's just look for transfer and say I want a striker and I'm looking for a target man. And we can say suggest, and he's going to give us a list of players. Now, it's only going to be based on players I believe that we have scouted. This guy's 33 years old, which is a bit much, but a target man doesn't necessarily need speed. He's supposed to hold things up. So let's take a look at him. Great heading, good jumping reach. Finishing is a little bit weak, but anyway, so you can use this. You can use this to come up with. We didn't get a lot there. What do you think, Shorty Dog? That's enough. Outside. There we go. All right. So we can use that to suggest people. So anyway, cool nude screen. I didn't realize it was there. You can use that for however you want to use it for. And then you could scout the player from there. So anyway, speaking of transfers and contracts, Lelujo showed that screen off on a video the other day, and I really liked it. And I traded him by telling him, in case you don't know, if you take over a team, and we'll look at this when we go there. Say you've just taken over a team, you have no idea what they've been playing. You know, this is blank. They've been successful, they've been winning, and you show up and there's nothing here. And you're like, well, you know, maybe you even still have the same assistant. You're like, hey, you were in charge of the team as an interim. What were you running? Because you guys are winning. And there's you don't know. Well, if you come over here to analysis, you can click here and it does show you. We've talked about this in the past, but it will show this on a new team as well. You can say this is the last 50 matches there. Is it this one just 50? Could have sworn one of them I was on said last 100, but you can come in here, all competitions. You could say, I'm just interested in domestic league matches. And we've only got 42 probably in the database is probably the issue. We're looking back as far back as we can go. So, and you can see what they've shown. So you can see we've played a 4-4-1-1. We've started it 13 times in the last 42 matches. We've had 39 chances for, 31 against. Our 4-1-4-1, we've had a couple different flavors of that. Some more offensive than others. You can see we were 43 and 44. Now, most of these starts, well, probably half of these starts were previous season. So if we were to look at, say, this season, say, let's look at our last 30 matches. We've only done it 7, and we broke even, which is essentially what we did with our 4-1-4-1 as well. So, but you can look and get an idea. Now, it's not going to tell you exactly, and you know that there's a big difference in our overview between our two 4-1-4-1s as far as attackingness, right? These do not play anywhere near the same. It's just saying that this is the base formation they've been playing and lets you kind of figure it out the rest. Anyway, what are we responding to? Wolfsburger Athletic. Okay. Let's take a look. Austria. They were 9th place. Let's take a look at senior squad competitions-wise here. They started out strong, and then they just fell off here at the end. That's, wow. No wonder they fired their head coach. Players, senior squad. What do they got? Now, this is obviously a much lower. Well, we've still got 1,600,000 there. There are also 3 stars, 2.5 stars, 2.5 stars. What was the other one? 3.5? 2.5 or 3.5 for the last one? Oh, man, I don't know. They're in the Go Erste Liga, which is ranked 47. Is that a step up or a step down for us? Let's look. Denmark. We're Superliga, so that'd be a big step down for us right now. We're 11th. I say we pass on that one for now. We may come back to that, and that's probably a team we could get promoted. The fact that they were in first place for most of the season before just falling off the planet probably says that. But I think we decline this one. I'm still trying to get to our end of season stuff. There'll be plenty of time for us to apply for jobs here. Oh, this is a long video. I'm sorry. We're going a long time. I'm going to hit continue a few more. What is this? This is the beginning of the European places stuff. So we automatically get placed farther up because of our 3rd place finish. I say I don't know that we're going to play any games within that, but we'll see. Achievement unlocked, going places. I don't know what that achievement is. Let's turn on display capture. Let's come down to here. We'll go back. We'll see going places. View all achievements. I don't know what that one is. There's our comeback king. We got that for that last match. Well, next to last match. Going places. Your board decide to build a new stadium. Well, that's how they make more money. Clearly, right? Because we saw between seasons, we added more seats, right? We took out standing room seats and we added more actual sit-down seats. So that's how they stay up. Here we go. Granted planning permission to build a new ground. It's going to cost $9.25 million. New stadium is scheduled to be finished in 2026, so 2 years. Undersoil heating, capacity of around 13,000. Secured $9 more million in debt. But a new we can turn that off so we don't see that anymore. That wasn't for me, oddly enough. That's for somebody else with a very similar email that Google considers the same email, or Google for Gmail considers the same email. And when I signed up for my email address when Gmail started, it told me you're going to get email from this and this. They're both yours. You can tell people whichever one you want. And then they gave the other one away to somebody else. So now I get all of his email plus all of my email, which is great because lately apparently he's in the market for a Russian bride. So I get all those. I also got all his divorce paperwork from his lawyer. I get all his Verizon bills. I got all his military stuff. I got lots of it. It's a joy. There we go. Players inducted. This is what we were looking for. So Jacob Buss was the pick of the 5 players, 72 appearances, 8 goals. Team average is 7.17. Sorensen, Lindstrom, Hugard, and Dew, the other players selected in. Oddly enough, none of them are starters. I would think Hugard should be in. I mean, he just broke Bond's record and did it at a higher level. That's okay. I mean, it's nice. We got a couple more players in. Sorensen they put back here. Was he there last season? He might have knocked out because we still got here. But we had Mads Grieve there initially. I don't remember if we did that or not. Okay. Best 11 into season awards. Obviously, Lars Hugard, 72%. Clearly, goal of the season was Vogelmuth. Signing of the season was Hugard. And young player of the season was Hugard. He just triple crown right there. Justifiably look back and smile. They defied preseason expectations of relegation. Instead, they mounted a campaign in which they spent the majority of rubbing shoulders with the league's biggest and best. Again, I don't know if it's my English or their English, but is that the Oxford comma there? I don't remember. We don't care about that. Squad dynamics. I think we ended up okay. End of team season meeting. Discuss plans for the season. Challenge for a spotter on the top end. I think that's fair. Season there. I would like to look at a couple things here, aside from this stuff. Squad, yeah, that's fine. We know about that. They're not going to name the arena after me? Those bastards. Let's take a look here. Did we get the entire team? Did I get everybody on board? Rasmussen. The backup goalkeeper that has wanted to go out on loan, even though he's one of the 4 we have to have for our roster, and as our backup. That's it. That's what kept me from having a clean sweep of the entire team supporting me. Can I add him to my least like? Can I add him to a rivalry? That's annoying. Darn it. All right, let's come here. Let's take a look at what we got going on. Appearances, Jacob Buss, 40 appearances, 39 for Lars Hugard. We didn't do a lot of rotating here. Not enough, probably. Goals, though, Miklic got 20 goals over the season. Lars Hugard got 11, though, and 21 assists all told across all competitions. Excellent. Lidstrom got 12. Bond dropped off a little bit, but he got 9 goals as well. So 9 and 8 is not a bad season for him. 20 and 5 for Miklic and 11 and 21 for Hugard. I think we got good value for money from our front 3. And then obviously Lidstrom stepped into the middle there and did his job. Chances per 90. Michael Kramer, 4 appearances total, but still a 1.59. He did great when we put him in there. Christensen a 1.1 in 10 appearances. That's not too bad. Excuse me. And he got a goal and a couple of assists. Couple key passes. Average rating, 7.75. This is all essentially on the youth team. We can ignore him. Lars Hugard, 7.57. Again, Jorgensen, this is mostly on the youth team. Kramer probably as well, and Peer, to be honest. But Miklic as a starter. So we had a few players that ended over 7 for us over the seasons. Not too bad. Key passes, 80 for Hugard, 74 for Lindstrom, 61 for Miklic. Beck. Vogelmuth is down a little bit farther than I expected him to be honest. Key headers, 86 for Hendrickson. Look at that. That's what I tell you. When I tell you he was my favorite because he just quietly does his job. 27 key tackles as well, leading the team in both of those categories. 41 for Bond, though. He gets in on a lot more of those than we give him credit for, I think. But those are probably on the offensive end, whereas these are mostly on the defensive end. Miklic had a couple, too, as you would expect from our target man. And Kolasic, 32 and 22. Not too bad. Bisgaard, 28 and 36. And 16, excuse me. Numbers are hard some days. Not too bad. Overall value, since we looked at that team, we've got a few people in the 450,000. That's it. We don't even have a full team of $100,000 players, but we're not far off. Sorensen, oddly enough, despite the fact that 6.56, that's not 6.83. I don't think these are representative of how good he's been for us over the last 2 years. But he's kind of our lowest price starter, to be honest. You can see we don't have a lot of value on the bench, though. 650 pounds there. There's not much sitting there. 110 pounds for Mikkelsen. But we've done okay. I think we can be proud of that. Let us take a look at, by the way, this is the Ultimate Squad view by Loki Doki. The only thing I've added to this, I've added some stats in this one, I think, and this performance for training. But most of this you can get from the Loki Doki Squad view if you're interested in a view that looks like this. I believe I have a hidden one built. Did I actually save it? No. No, I did not. Stats. Attributes. Let's look at mental. Let's look at determination. This has been a problem in some of our saves and is potentially a problem, but we have come back from teams that from games we were losing. And you can see we do 17 for Jorgensen. But, we've got a 15, 13, 13. We did okay. If you take a look at our starters, our determination isn't too bad. We've got some 8s in there, but that's not terrible. The only really bad one is Hagel. And we knew that. And bravery as well. Or that's Kramer, excuse me. Wow, I didn't realize that. How is Hagel? Hagel's aren't bad. His mentals aren't too bad. So let's go ahead and let's take a look at a couple extra things here. I know this is a really long. If you're still with me, guys, I appreciate it. I'm not going to have a video Friday probably, so you can watch this over 2 days, maybe. Of course, you didn't know that till now, but let's look at pressure. Let's look at big games. What is it? Important matches, I think is what it's called. I think those are the two we're interested in most. And you can see here, Jacob Buss, a 1 for important matches. A 2 for Larson, a 3 for Miklic, a 4 for Lidstrom. Here's our top 2 players right there, 2 and 4. And this is why we disappear in big matches. When it comes down to it, at the end of the season, we're trying to secure that spot. This is why we don't win. Right here. Pressure's not terrible. Du's not great under pressure. Rasmussen is. I think this kid is a star. He's not ours, but I think he's a star. Concentration's a little bit weak at the moment. That's going to hurt him, but he makes good decisions, good determination. Leadership, positioning we don't care about. Vision should be a little bit better. What's his anticipation like? Anticipation's good. Off the ball? Off the ball's good. He's going to be a star. We didn't see it this season, but it's going to happen. This is our problem right here. This is what we need to clean up. And unfortunately, that means getting rid of Jacob Buss. That means probably moving on with Robert Larson, although you could keep him as a sub. We've used him more or less as a super sub for us this season. You don't have to start him in a big game. Lidstrom's hard to replace, though. What's Pierre? Pierre's only got a 6, so his replacement doesn't love it either. Casper Bisgaard, he's been starting defense for a portion of us the last 2 seasons. Again, a 4, right? and only an 8 under pressure on top of that. So this is it. I think that's the important bit. This is what's caused us to not be able to finish both seasons towards the end. We can play really well towards the end, and then it just, crunch time, and we curl up in a ball and hope the world goes away. So anyway, I think that's it for the season. Thanks for watching, guys. Hope you've enjoyed our 2 seasons here in Køge. Let's take a look at us really fast, at our character here. Let's go my profile. And you can see right here, we have our Continental A license. We've got one more boost here of stats, so hopefully we'll get a few more things into double figures, but we don't really expect much. If we take a look at our history here, we've done well. I think we've done well. 3rd in the Superliga, competitions, winner there. We won Nordic Bet Liga. We got 3rd in Superliga. Runners up in First Liga. Runners up in the Post Nordligen. There's a 6th in the Post Nord, and somewhere in there, there's a 2nd place. I guess that's this one. Oh, this one. We missed the Delid Carla here. This was our other runner-up. So we did okay, guys. I think that's fair to say, although not a job history. Is that where it is? There we go. There we go. 6th to 2nd. Come into Vithor. We get 2nd. Come into Rux Turzuf. Completely turn that team around. 7th to 2nd. And then Køge, 1st and 3rd. We've done excellent. These are where we've come in at the very end of the season, so June 15th or whatever. But I think we'd be proud of what we did there. Thanks for watching. Thumbs up, thumbs down. Don't forget to subscribe. If you do have some thoughts on where we should go, let me know. It may be too late, but I'd love to know where you want to go. And who's your favorite player in HB Køge? I'd love to know that as well. Or any of the teams. If you got a favorite from one of these previous teams, let me know that as well. And we'll see you next time. Cheers.